Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1969 Seattle Pilots What If Scenario. Today's matchup features the Seattle Pilots versus the Minnesota Twins at Metropolitan Stadium. On the mound for the Pilots today is Marty Pattin, whose record is 3-5 with a 4.03 ERA. And pitching for the Twins today is Nick Willhite, whose record is 0-0 with a 4.70 ERA. And so here we are on the last day of the month of May, taking a quick look at the standings here. After yesterday's loss, in which we were one hit by Camilo Pascual, we are 3 games out as the month comes to a close. Here's the final schedule for May. So what we're going to do is after today's ball game against the Twinkies, we're going to have a separate video where we're going to do 3 things. We'll take a final look at the standings of May. We will look at the league leaders. Both of those things we're going to do as quickly as we possibly can because we want to get to the third thing, which is going to be to highlight the 1969 baseball draft that will be coming up here on June 9th. As you can see right here, amateur draft, June 9th. So we'll take a look at that right after we finish the standings and the league leaders. And we'll go through each player. You can take a look at their baseball card. I've already got them all loaded up for the draft. And we can maybe project where we will maybe pick our first player in the draft in the first round. I think because the Pilots were an expansion team, I believe they don't get a pick until the end. So whoever finished in last place in 1968 will get the first pick overall. I think it's the Senators. I can't remember exactly. Or the Padres, or not the Padres. The Angels, perhaps. Nonetheless, they will get the first pick in the draft. So the 4 expansion teams from 1969 will pick at the end. So maybe we could project what our first round pick will be. So let's go ahead and get started with today's game so we can get on to all the other extracurricular stuff. As always, I appreciate everyone following along, like and or subscribe to the channel. We're facing a left-hander today, so because of that, we'll have a lineup in there versus lefties. We have a couple players who are also listed as tired, so we will have a little bit of a different lineup today, as you will see here momentarily. It's taking its sweet time loading up. That's all right. Here we go. Okay, so we got Marty Pattin on the mound. As you can see, the current Twins lineup is batting 182 against him. And then we have 2 pitchers that are unavailable today. Ron Locke, a lefty, and Jack Acker. Both had to come in relief of Mudcat Grant, who couldn't get through 5 yesterday. He walked 6. And we took him out in the 4th inning. So we're down 2 relievers today. Okay, and here is our lineup versus Nick Willhite. We do a deep dive on this guy. You're probably like, who is he? I've never heard of him before. Honestly, I haven't either, but a lot of really interesting stuff in this guy. So we're going to cover him momentarily. And then here's our lineup. As you can see, we've shuffled it around a bit. Tommy Agee's out because he doesn't hit lefties well. Tommy Harper and Duran Johnson are out because they are listed as tired. So, I mean, after being 1 hit yesterday, how could we do any worse today? All right. So, here we are at Metropolitan Stadium. Let's go ahead and do the official lineup rundown for your Seattle Pilots. Batting leadoff today at second base is Gary Sutherland. Batting second, playing first base, is Mike Hegan. Batting third at third base is Rich Rollins. Batting cleanup, playing center field, is Don Bosch. Batting fifth and catching is Jerry McNertney. Batting sixth in left field is Danny Walton. Batting seventh in right field is Wayne Comer. Batting eighth at shortstop is Don Kessinger. And batting ninth and pitching is Marty Pattin. Okay, take a look here at Mike Willhite. If you take a closer look here at his career prior to 1969. He was on the Los Angeles Dodgers 1965 team that won the World Series. So he does have a World Series ring. Technically, the Dodgers won the World Series in 1963 as well, but he did not get a ring for that. In 1969, as you can see here, he hasn't played in the majors since 67. In 1969, he was actually a Minnesota Twin, but in their minor leagues. He was out of baseball by 1970. So 1967 for the Mets here was his final year in the majors. In his very first major league start, he threw a shutout for the Dodgers. You see that only shutout of his career. After he retired from baseball, he became a pitching coach for Brigham Young University in Utah. And while he was there, he discovered began using drugs and became addicted to alcohol and was homeless for a period of time until he got in touch with Stan Williams, a former baseball player, who got him connected to BAT, B-A-T, the baseball assistance program, who got him into a rehab and got him cleaned up. He did pass away in 2000 because of cancer. So, but Nick Willhite, a pitcher I've never heard of before, who actually had a kind of an interesting life and did win a World Series. So, in 1969, in our sim here, he's making his second start with a 4.70 ERA, no record, more walks than strikeouts. Opponents are batting .241 against him. His fastball tops out at 89 miles an hour, but that's his worst pitch. His fastball is rated a 70. His sinker is an 80. Overall is 75. The 28-year-old lefty goes to arbitration at the end of the year. Okay, let's take a look at the Twinkies defense here. Pretty solid. Left field is, Mike Adams, who is well below average. And first base is Rod Carew, who was never known for his defense. So behind the plate, they have John Roseboro, and we know he's got a good arm, right? Yeah, it's rated an 88, one of the better defensive catchers of this era. Let's get it started with Gary Sutherland leading off against Nick Willhite. And a line drive into right field from Sutherland, and that is out number one. I kind of want to see his log. Oh, you know what? I really feel like he has been in a nosedive, but actually he's got 5 hits in his last 4 games, so I was wrong. Okay, next man up is Mike Hegan, 212 hitter, lefties. We have him at first base today. I might have said he was in left field during the lineup rundown, but he's actually at first, his natural position. He strikes out, and then so does Rich Rowell. So a 1-2-3 inning for Willhite. We go to the bottom of the first. Let's take a look at the Minnesota Twins lineup rundown. Leading off is the rookie Mike Adams in left field. Batting second, playing first base, is Rod Carew. Batting third in right field is Tony Oliva. Batting cleanup, playing third base, is Graig Nettles. Batting fifth at shortstop is Leo Cardenas. Batting sixth and catching is John Roseboro. Batting seventh in center field is Ted Uhlaender. Batting eighth at second base is Frank Quilici, and the pitcher, Willhite, is batting ninth. Okay, let's take a look at Marty Pattin here. Marty Pattin making his 11th start, 3-5 with a 4.03 ERA. He's thrown 60 in a third inning, striking out 28. Still, despite giving up a couple walks in his last start, his walk total very low through 11. He's not even giving up 1 walk per start. That's kind of amazing. He does have a complete game shutout. He's got a 4-seam fastball that's rated an 84 and a curveball. So just a 2-pitch pitcher. Doesn't really fool anybody. And obviously pitches to contact. Overall rated an 82. The 26-year-old righty goes to arbitration next year. Look at his log. he did face the Twins way back on April 11th, going 6 1/3, not giving up any runs. And giving up 4 hits, no walks, and 4 Ks. And as you can see, yeah, he's walked 2 batters in each of his last 2 starts. So, all right, let's take a look at our defense. It's a little bit different today. We do have a better defender in right field with Wayne Comer, but our left fielder, Danny Walton, is below league average. So is Gary Sutherland at second base, despite that being his normal position. But on the plus, we have Mike Hegan at first, rated a 96. And we've got Mike Adams leading off. If I remember right, the first time we played the Twins, Mike Adams tore us apart. Although he is 0 for 2, now, 0 for 3, soon to be 0 for 4, as he flies out to deep center field. 1 down. Here is Hall of Famer Rod Carew at first. So no Harmon Killebrew in this ball game as Carew grounds out to second. There's no DH until 1972, so that's probably why no Harmon Killebrew, and maybe why Carew's playing first base today. A nice 1-2-3 inning. So another inning where there's no hits. We go to the top of the second with Don Bosch leading off. He's our cleanup hitter today. He's only got a 76 power, but for some reason he seems to go deep when we get him into the ball game. So Bosch is on first with a walk. He's got good speed, but not good enough to try to run here. McNertney, we're going to let him take a cut. Striking out on... Oh, no, wait. That was a little bit of a delay there. I thought he struck out. Instead, he flew out to center field for out number 1. Here is Danny Walton getting a start today, as I mentioned, in left field. Slow roller to second. That could be 2. No, they get the lead runner at second. So Bosch is forced out. Walton on first for Wayne Comer. Comer, 189 hitter versus lefties. As a right-hander, that is well below average. And he gets an infield single, so we get our first hit, equaling yesterday. Comer on first, Walton on second, and Don Kessinger, a 163 overall hitter. And he strikes out. God, it's tough to watch. We had a problem with Ray Euler, right? I mean, we've had a problem with everybody we've tried at shortstop, including Fred Stanley, who just was, a subpar hitter as well. At least Kessinger's got good defense, but, we may as well bring up Stanley. We go to the bottom of the second inning after we strand 2 runners. Here is Graig Nettles leading off. Striking out. There we go. Marty Pattin, first K of the day. That would bring up Leo Cardenas, who I believe I really struggled pronouncing his name last time we played the Twins. Here he hits it to deep center field. I think I got it down now. Sometimes when you're just having like a train of thought and you're just rambling, like your brain sometimes forgets how to say certain words. John Roseboro pops it up to short, and I definitely know how to say out. We go to the top of the third with Marty Pattin taking a cut. Now, Pattin does not have a hit this year. What is he batting? He's 0 for 15. He has walked once. He does have 2 RBI. Okay, here we go. Marty Pattin looking for his first hit of the season. And he lines it right back to Willhite. A ground out, actually. 1 down. You can't tell me that baseball is better with pitchers batting. I know that there's a few that make a big difference in this era. But what boring baseball. Okay, Gary Sutherland lines out to left for the second out. And Mike Hegan, he struck out his first time. There we go, Hegan! Big ups. Going deep to right field, his 6th home run on the year. And that was a home run, lefty on lefty. Nicely done. It's 1-0 Seattle. He had the home run in yesterday's ball game, I think. No, wait, did we get shut out? I can't even remember now. Was it a one? It was a one-hitter, so never mind. See, that's a train of thought thing. Rollins gets a base hit. That's our third hit. So we're way ahead of schedule from yesterday's game. And then Don Bosch in the cleanup spot goes Oppo Taco, a 2-run shot to right. It is 3-0 Seattle. All right, I'm feeling pretty good about this team. I guess sometimes you just got to mix in some other players to make it interesting as McNertney strikes out. So a pair of home runs, one from Hegan, one from Bosch. We go to the bottom of the third, up 3, with lefty Ted Uhlaender leading off. Uhlaender gets a base hit through the left side of the infield. There's the first hit for the Twins today. That'll bring up Frank Quilici, and I don't know if it's because he's bunting right here, but I feel like we need to bring third base in. Also, I feel like Uhlaender's going to try to steal here, but we'll see. 2-1 count to Quilici, and he skies it on the infield. Rollins got a backpedal to make the catch. There's one down. Now we can pull the corners in for the pitcher, Nick Willhite. He should be trying to lay down a bunt. He does to first. Hegan, good defender, goes to second base and gets the lead runner. So nice job defensively there from Hegan. There's 2 outs, and we're back to the top of the lineup with Mike Adams, who walks. So there's the first walk of the day for Pattin. And Rod Carew up. Now, Willhite's the pitcher at second. He does not have good speed. And Carew, ground ball to short. And Kessinger tosses him out. We're going to the 4th inning. Other than a couple blemishes, Pattin looking pretty good so far. Here we go. Danny Walton leading off the 4th inning. Slow roller. Deep in the hole, but the second baseman, Quilici, making the play. One down for Wayne Comer. Comer had a base hit first time up here. He grounds out to second. 2 down for Kessinger. Struck out his first time up, and he walks here. So we've got Kessinger on first with the pitcher up. Okay, I was thinking about stealing with Kessinger, but you know what? Let's let Pattin bat. If something happens, great. If not, at least we have our leadoff man next inning. So here we go. 3-1 count, and he walks. So we are going to get to Gary Sutherland here as Willhite's walk 3 here through 3+. First and second, 2 down. Here's Gary Sutherland now. Sutherland batting .314, with a .543 slugging percentage. A wild pitch. Moving the runners up. We'll take it. Can Sutherland come through here? 1-0 count and a ground ball to second. Quilici tosses him out. So we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. We have a 3-0 lead over the first place Twins. I don't know if you knew this off the top of your head, but Billy Martin was the manager of the 1969 Twins. If you follow any of my replay series, you know how much I despise Billy Martin as a manager. He destroyed the Tigers' pitching staff. Of course, he destroyed the Oakland A's. And I really don't know what to say about the Twins' pitching staff, but he certainly utilized them in a way where they won the division. They got swept by Baltimore in the championship series in 1969, but he did maximize their potential for that one season. Tony Oliva, Hall of Famer, gets a base hit into left center field. Looked like he wanted to go for 2, but he holds at first for a single. So leadoff man is on for Graig Nettles. And he goes deep for a 2-run home run. His first of the, his fourth of the season, and it's 3-2. Still nobody out here for Leo Cardenas. Fly ball to left. Danny Walton going back to the wall, making the catch. One down now for John Roseboro, the catcher. And he ties the ball game. 4 home runs combined. We're not even through 4 innings. So Pattin's kind of lost his control here a little bit. He is a pitch to contact type of pitcher, as I mentioned in the pregame. So he's going to give up a lot of hits. Another base hit. It's the 4th hit this inning, though. So sooner or later, we got to say enough's enough here. We are down 2 relievers, and the pitcher is up, so maybe we can get the pitcher here. Wow. Willhite rips it to right for out number 3. So the Twins come back and tie it up. We go to the top of the 5th inning with Mike Hegan leading off. Hegan had that bomb earlier in the 3rd, and he'll walk this time up. So he's 3 true outcomes today. He's walked, struck out, and hit a home run. All right, so Hegan on first. That's great for Rich Rawl. He's hit and run guy. See if we can't get this run and get the lead back. Rollins deep to center field. 1 down. Next man up is Bosch. He's popping it up as well. 2 down. Runner on first for McNertney. He's 0 for 2 today. Shoots it to right. Get down. Yes, all the way to the wall. Hegan's got good speed. We are sending him home, and he is safe at the plate. An RBI double for Jerry McNertney, and we've got that run back. His 4th double of the year. A guy with a 67 rating has a 720 OPS on this team. He's never had more than 186 at-bats in a year. But he's getting it done, so no complaints here. Walton 0 for 2. Second wild pitch for Willhite as McNertney goes to 3rd. Walton rips it into left, and that is right at the left fielder, Adams, for out number 3. So we take the lead back. It's 4-3, headed to the bottom of the 5th inning, and it's the top of the lineup with Mike Adams up. He's walked today. Here he skies it to right center. Play made by Comer. 1 down as Carew steps up and rips it right past the first baseman for a base hit. 6 hits for the Twins. This is the tough part of the lineup here. We've got 3 lefties in a row. Carew is already on. Here's Tony Oliva. Carew steals second base pretty easily. That is his 5th stolen base of the year. All right. So runner in scoring position for Oliva. Can't pull the outfield in, so we just have to pitch to him. High fly ball to right field. Carew will tag and go to 3rd. That's heads up base running. Now, there's a part of me, especially after Nettles went deep, that wants to intentionally walk him here to get to the shortstop. But Cardenas has 8 home runs on the year, so he's no one to be fooled with either. So we're going to go ahead and just pitch to Graig Nettles and see where things lie. Pulled into a right field, and Comer making the catch. So that was the right play. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Willhite at 90 pitches as Comer leads off. 2-1 count, popping it straight up in front of home plate. Will the pitcher catch it? Doesn't say, but maybe Willhite made the catch there. 1 down. Here is Kessinger. got to touch first base for the first time in a while as he walked in his last appearance. Here he's popping out into foul ground. I think we have to let Pattin go one more since we are a little bit short in the bullpen today. Ground ball, come on, give me a base hit. Beat it out. Oh, out number 3. Almost had a hit. We're going to the bottom of the 6th inning. I hope he's not tired after hustling to first. Here's Leo Cardenas leading off. Base hit. Crap. Maybe 2, maybe 3. Oh, he holds at second. Leadoff man is on. This is bad news. 10 doubles for Cardenas. All right. John Roseboro. Runner on second. Ground ball to second. That'll get Cardenas over to third. We're going to pull the infield in here. If we could get Uhlaender without the run scoring, we'll walk Quilici to get to Willhite. Or we'll just pitch and see what happens. Oh, he pops it up. This is going to work out. If Kessinger can make the catch, he does. So we're going to go ahead and walk Quilici. Last time it was a wild pitch, and the run scored. Oh, they're going to take out their starting pitcher to bring in the lefty, Jim Holt. Jim Holt, a player I always kind of liked in these sims. He's batting .304, .375 versus lefties. So we are going to bring in Steve Barber to pitch to Holt. And with all the lefties in this lineup, he could go more than an inning if we need him to. So this is big here. First and third, 2 down, and Barber in to try to hold the lead. Right down the middle. Ground ball to Sutherland, and he tosses him out, and that will do it. We're moving on to the 7th inning. They're going to bring in the left-hander, Tom Hall. He is this guy right here on this 1969 Rookie Stars card. So he pitched in 68, and that's why this card was created. Who does he share the card with? I can't read it. And Jim somebody. Anyway, 16th appearance, 3-2, 3.38 ERA. More strikeouts and walks. That's good. 19 Ks in 21 and a third innings. Opponents are batting .213 against him. He's got 2 saves, but he's got 3 blueies. Fastball tops out at 89 miles an hour. That is his best pitch. It's rated at 93. A curveball at 85 and a slider at 78. He's a 3-pitch pitcher. Overall rated an 89. And his peak is a 96. What the hell, man? He's the best pitcher we've faced so far this season, ratings-wise, which, probably means nothing really. The 21-year-old lefty goes to arbitration in 1971. Okay, here we go. Gary Sutherland leading off with a base hit right back up the middle. And an error by the center fielder, Uhlaender, allows Sutherland to get to second base. So we've got a runner in scoring position. Now, we've got lefty on lefty here. What we want Hegan to do is to pull it to the right side so Sutherland can get over. It says a 1-2 count. That'll get the job done. Ground ball to Quilici. Sutherland advances. And a chance here for Rich Rollins to give us an insurance run. Runner on third. We're asking him to give us a sac fly. First pitch swinging. A ground ball to short. Sutherland goes home and scores. So an RBI for Rollins. It's 5-3. Pilots. So I'm going to say this another time, but probably several times. But if there's anybody out there that's willing to volunteer to make a Seattle Pilots logo for the 1970 season, like from scratch, that would be great. And we'll use it for the whole year. So, we can, if there's multiple people come up with logos, we could have it voted on. But I would like to try to use like a different stadium for the 1970 season and a different Pilots logo. So if you have any artistic ability, or maybe your children do, I would be all in for that. So maybe we could find a way to reward someone who wins that contest, I suppose. So I'm throwing it out now, but I'm going to mention it many times for the rest of the season. Okay, so we get a run on the board as Bosch pops out. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. We're going to let Barber go one more here before we start bringing Diego in the 8th. So we got a bunch of lefties coming up, but we got to get past Mike Adams. Adams, line drive center field. Bosch makes the catch. Good job by Bosch. Rod Carew up, 167 hitter versus lefties. Did he ever do that in real life? Well, he drops it in for a double over the head of Walton out there. His 12th of the season. No triples, no home runs yet for Rod Carew. Okay, so we have a lefty on second. Now, let me see here. No, he gets left. I mean, Barber's had a pretty good year against lefties so far. It's righties that he's had a lot of trouble with. All right, here we go. Tony Oliva versus Steve Barber. Oliva popping it up into foul ground. Hegan and Sutherland running over to make the catch, actually. So 2 down. Here is Graig Nettles. Don't walk him. 1-0 count. Ground ball to third. Oh, it gets past Rollins. Carew around third, and he scores. Nettles, an RBI to make it 5-4. So Twins get that run back. Come on, man. All right, well, at least this game is fun compared to some of the last few games we've been playing. There's a ground ball to second from Cardenas, and that'll do it. We're going to the 8th inning with a very slim lead. Jerry McNertney leading off against Tom Hall. McNertney flipping it out to right field. I guess we'll take a look at the in-game stats. We haven't done that. Okay, so McNertney 1 for 4 with an RBI today. Here is Danny Walton batting .244 versus lefties. Ground ball to short. Out number 2. Wayne Comer 2 down. He's got a hit today, 1 for 3, and he strikes out. We go to the 8th inning. Now, I kind of want to bring in Diego Segui, but Barber is a left-hander. He's only thrown 19 pitches, and we've got at least 2 lefties coming up here. So maybe we go lefty-lefty, bring in Diego Segui for I assume this will be a righty, the pinch hitter, but we'll see here. Let's let Barber. Oh, shit. Walking the leadoff man. We're going to bring the corners in. Uhlaender might bunt. Roseboro's not going to steal here. 1-2 count and a ground ball base hit. So that backfired in every possible way. We're going to bring in Diego Segui. Take a look at his numbers. Not really all that good for a setup guy, but we don't have a lot of options. So we're going to bring in Diego excuse me, here to face Frank Quilici. We got to guard the lines. We need a double play now. 1-1 count to Quilici. And he crushes it to left. Come on. Walton making the catch. Roseboro. What happened? Roseboro tagged up, went to third, and was gunned down by Walton. Whoa, that is a risky play. Uhlaender goes to second. And they're going to pinch hit Harmon, bring in Harmon Killebrew. That is a intentional walk, if I've ever seen one. Okay, so Killebrew goes to first. Uhlaender on second. Sagi, this is his last batter here. We don't have any other left-handers in the bullpen, though, for the lefties coming up. So we've got to get Mike Adams. He's been quiet today. He's 0 for 3 with a walk. Full count. And he struck him out. Nice. All right. 5-4 into the ninth inning. Ron Perinoski coming in. Long-time closer in an era where you didn't really see a lot of saves, but he was on those same Dodgers teams as Willhite, 63, 65. Did he win? Did the Dodgers win again in 67? Oh, it doesn't even show on here. World Series rings. It should, but it doesn't. 67 was the Cardinals, right? Because the Cardinals were back-to-back. All right. Well, anyway, here he is. For the Twins, his 20th game, 2-0, 2.18 ERA, 11 strikeouts in 20 2/3 innings. Opponent's batting .260, 2 saves, 1 blue. Fastball tops out at 89 miles an hour, like everybody. But that is not his best pitch. It is the sinker, rated at 82. The 33-year-old lefty goes to free agency after the 1970 season. Okay, so here is Don Kessinger leading off. He's 0 for 2 today with a walk. Whoa, he crushed it. Oh, just dying at the wall. How many have we seen do that today? Kessinger, just for a moment, thought he got all of that one. Okay, so now we're going to pinch hit here. And we have Harper and Johnson out because of being tired, so we don't want to get him into the ball game. We just have Tommy Agee out because he sucks versus lefties. But as a right-hander, who do we want in there? Agee or Bocabella? We want Agee. So Agee will pinch hit here. He does have the most home runs on the team. And who knows, maybe he'll run into one. 1-0 count. Ground ball to short. 2 down. That'll bring up Gary Sutherland. Sutherland, ground ball up the middle, and Quilici makes the play. Yeah, we're going to use Agee in center, and we'll move Bosch to left. So Walton coming out of the ball game. What did Walton do today? He went 0 for 4 anyway. What a sucky sucker. Okay, now we're going to bring in our closer, who's going to have to face 3 left-handers here. That is Mike Marshall. Marshall. He has been good. 21st appearance, 2-1 with a 2.13 ERA. Doesn't walk very many. 18 strikeouts in 25 1/3 innings. 10 saves, 2 blueies. Fastball is his best pitch, rated at 84. Tops out at 89 miles an hour. Overall rated at 80. The 26-year-old righty goes to arbitration next year. Okay, so we're pretty solid defensively, as good as we're going to get. And we've got 2 Hall of Famers and Graig Nettles, who played for those Yankees all those years. And the 84 Padres, who faced my Detroit Tigers. Okay, so 1 down as Carew lines out to center field. This is going to be the tough one here. Tony Oliva, though, only batting 180 versus righties. 0-2 count, striking him out looking. Okay, making short work of these left-handers is Graig Nettles. Lefty popping it up. This should be the ball game. Come on, Sutherland. Making the play. Pilots win a good ball game. 5-4, handshakes, butt slaps, sloppy steaks. All right. Well, that'll do it for the month of May. And, we have this simulation thing going on. It's going to take a minute. This is frustrating. I may just edit this out. We'll see how long it takes here. I'm looking at the clock in the corner. It says 12:44. Once we get past the trade deadline, this won't be an issue. And I don't really even understand why it's an issue now. There we go. Oh, there is a trade. Okay, so here's a trade offer from my Detroit Tigers. They want to send us Dave Soup Campbell. The guy used to be on ESPN all those years. Good utility infielder in real life. Well, first and second here. He could play short and third. A valuable guy. I always liked Dave Campbell. They want to trade him for Danny Walton, which, I kind of like Danny Walton. And Miguel Fuentes, the Dirty Fuentes, we like him too. And he's in Class A, so he's young enough that he can develop for us, and his numbers potentially could be really good. He's got a lot of movement, already rated a 94. Man, I wouldn't mind Dave Campbell, but I don't want to give up either of those guys. So we're just going to say no for now. We got a lot of video to do today. Okay, so we'll take a look at the standings and all that stuff later because we're going to do a separate video for that. We'll take a look at headline news, though. Brainiac Baseball Daily Beat. Hey, Earl Wilson sets down 11 in a 5-1 win. Earl Wilson was in control, 7 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 4 walks, 1 home run. Norm Cash went 2 for 4. And Dave Campbell, there he is, went 1 for 2 with a walk and a stolen base. Tommy Magic went 3 for 4. Okay. What else we got here? And there we are, the Pilots. 5-4 squeaker. Mike Hegan had that home run. He's probably the player of the game today. All right, let's take a look at transactions. We've got 2 injuries today. Darrell Evans, third baseman, injured for 4 days. No big deal. Having a good year as a rookie. At 90 power. Hit 40 home runs multiple times. And someone named Curtis Brown. We don't even have a photograph of him. For the Metropolitans. He's played a little bit this year. He's going to miss 6 days. Okay, let's pull up the box score and get out of here. And then we will move on to our next video. That'll come up later today. As always, I appreciate everyone following along. Like and or subscribe. I feel like our player of the game is pretty easy with Mike Hegan. I thought I hit it. We'll try again just in case I did not. Mike Hegan with the home run. That ought to be good enough for player of the ball game. Looks like I hit it twice. There we go. Hegan doesn't say if there was a game-winning RBI. So wait, was it Don Bosch that had the home run in the 7th? Oh no, that was the RBI. Was that the sac fly? Oh, okay, that's why. There was no RBI. You can't get a game-winning RBI on a sac fly, but it was actually a sac fly that won the ball game. You know what? We are going to give it to Bosch. He had 2 RBI, and I believe it was a sac that won the ball game. Marty Pattin gets the win. He went 5 2/3. He did walk 2 for the 3rd straight game, only striking out 1. He's now 4-5, and a good job by the bullpen. They did their job. Mike Marshall gets his 11th save. Nick Willhite, 0-1 on the road to recovery. Okay, that's going to do it for today's ball game. Catch you a little bit later, where we're going to do the MLB draft for the 1969 season. We're going to look at the draft. We're not going to do it. It takes place on June 9th, so, but we will preview it. So, until then, everyone, have a great day.